If you're like me, you like your spaghetti on your plate, not on your desk. In a time where less is more, wireless connectivity makes it possible to do away with not only the cord chaos, but it also helps you save dollars on redundant equipment. What do I mean? For instance, instead of having a printer in the office, a printer in the kitchen, and a printer in your kiddo's room, you can eliminate the need for multiple machines and only have one wireless printer. By placing the wireless printer in a central location in your home on a wireless hub, you can all print to one location from any computer system in your house. Did the light bulb go off yet? Here's how to make it work. Now that you understand how Wi-Fi simplifies your setup, let's go a step further and understand how to set up a wireless printer. There are two ways, either through USB or WPS. Now, you're probably thinking, well, wait, I thought you said it was a wireless printer. Well, it is. You won't need the USB cable after we get this set up, but you do need to use it for the initial configuration. You'll begin by installing the printer application and driver that came along with your wireless printer. On the Select a Connection Type page, you'll need to make a decision of whether you want to connect the printer wirelessly or via a USB cable. For this setup, we'll opt to connect wirelessly. This will allow you to print from anywhere around the house. Now you'll need to configure your printer into your wireless network. Here, you have another decision of using a USB cable or set up using WPS. The default is USB. We'll use the USB to set up our configuration for wireless and later show you how to do it with WPS. At this point, the software installer prompts you to select a connection. You want to make sure that the printer is on and look at the Wi-Fi indicator on the printer. Which color do you see? You should see the amber LED, which indicates that the wireless is active but not connected. Select your network name from the list of networks in the printer installation software. Enter the password to your home network. If you don't have a password, check with your local service provider or the person who helped you set up the home network. I myself like to keep this information on the router itself for times like these to eliminate the hassle of rummaging through paperwork. The other method to connect to your printer wirelessly is through WPS or Wi-Fi protected setup. This method is easy. WPS is an optional certification program that provides two easy-to-use methods to set up your printer: push-button configuration or a numeric PIN code. Using the push-button method, you push a button on your wireless router and on the wireless printer within 2 minutes, and the wireless settings are automatically saved in the printer. It's especially useful for standalone operation without the need of a PC. The final result is the same as the PIN method. In the numeric PIN code method, read the numbers from the printer and then enter it in the router webpage. The PIN number is random and it changes each time you try, so past PIN numbers won't work once you've used it once. Again, the wireless settings are automatically pushed to the printer without you having to remember the network name or password. Bottom line, your device will be secured by using WPS because it encrypts the wireless connection, and it's easier because you no longer have to remember your network name and password. Before we start, make sure you have a WPS-enabled router. Be sure your router supports WPS. Some routers use other push-button methods like the Linksys SES or Secure Easy Setup button. Note, SES is not compatible with the industry standard WPS. A WPS-enabled printer, and installation software that came with the printer. If you set up your WPS via PIN, you'll need to open the web page on your wireless router and choose the WPS option in the web page. For more information, do refer to your router manual. Open the router web page to bring up the PIN entry screen on the router before you generate the PIN on the printer. Now, go to the printer operator panel and scroll to the network setup page and select PIN. Read the PIN and type it into the router web page. You have only 2 minutes to do this or it'll time out. However, if you miss the 2-minute window, don't panic. You can repeat the 2-minute process as many times as is needed to make it work. Don't get frustrated or rushed. If you're using the push setup, then push the button on your wireless router or your router web page and on the printer operator panel. Once again, you have only 2 minutes to push the buttons before it times out. After completing the configuration process of the WPS, your color indicator should be blue, which means that wireless setup is successful. Now, you, your family, and your friends can enjoy printing wirelessly to one central printer without the fuss of wires. For more information about wireless printers, please visit this link.